So I'm someone who's kind of done with smartwatches and smart bands. After all these years, most smartwatches still have to be charged every day or every other day. Even though smart bands do have good battery life, for me, both smart bands and smartwatches are just uncomfortable to wear for exercise and sleep tracking, which I've been wanting to do for a long time without worrying about comfort or battery life. So that's why I was really excited to test this out. This is the Ultrahuman Ring Air. It starts at not such a low price of $349, and it's my very first smart ring. You can track all my health and fitness activity while being a very minimal wearable and promising great battery life. Smart rings aren't totally new, but with Samsung just entering the market, it's definitely getting a lot more interesting. I've used the Ring Air for 2 weeks, so I want to share my thoughts on it and about smart rings in general, and maybe it'll help you decide if you should buy one. Before I explain, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel. It might not seem like much, but it really does help me out. As expected, the Ring Air is so much more of a minimal piece of tech since it is just a ring on your finger instead of something strapped to your wrist. Ultrahuman also wants to ensure comfort for every customer, so what they do is they send over a sizing kit first with dummy rings for every size. You wear the dummy overnight, confirm your size using the app, and then they ship over the real thing. I really love that, and I hope other OEMs do the same when they launch their first smart rings. But one thing I do have to mention is that there might not be a perfect size for you. Ultrahuman only has full sizes and no half sizes, so for some people's fingers, it just might not feel well no matter what size. And to be frank, if you're someone who isn't used to wearing rings, this might take a few days to get used to. It is super light at around 2 to 3 grams, but it's definitely on the thicker and longer side when it comes to rings, so also keep that in mind. The good news is that it is built really well. The inside is a type of plastic, so it's not as smooth as a typical silver or gold ring, but it still does feel smooth and comfortable on the skin. And the outer shell is made of titanium with carbon coating to protect the material from long-term damage. I personally like how simple it looks, love the transparent inside part, and I think it works with all kinds of clothing styles. It's available in 5 colors, and this is the Aster Black version, which is more of a shiny finish, but there are more matte versions if you prefer that. It is a flat ring, but the edges are relatively round enough where you won't cut your other fingers when washing your hands, and yes, you can totally wash your hands with soap with this ring on. I basically have it on all the time except for when I shower. And as expected, this is so much more comfortable to wear for sleep tracking. I hated wearing smartwatches to bed since my wrists always felt restricted or just uncomfortable. There's no issue like that here, and I almost never forget to keep on the Ring Air when sleeping. On the other side, the Ring Air isn't that comfortable for exercise. I'll say I do prefer it over smartwatches for runs or for walks, but when there's equipment involved like weights, racket, or a ball, the ring does get in the way. Since I haven't been a regular exerciser in a long time, this smart ring form factor is still much more comfortable for me for tracking my day-to-day health and sleep. But I can see it getting in the way more than a smartwatch for people who do gym. So here's how it actually works. Just like other wearables, the Ring Air connects to your phone by using Bluetooth Low Energy and the dedicated Ultrahuman app. With the app, you can update your ring, check your ring's battery life, and of course track all the things related to sleep, health, and your fitness. So what can it actually track? Well, it's got all kinds of sensors, including sensors and LEDs for motion, skin temperature, PPG, heart rate, and oxygen saturation. So you can track your steps and calories, sleep, heart rate, stress levels, oxygen intake, and body temperature. You can track all that in this tiny hardware, which is pretty amazing. On top of that, there is no required subscription here, so once you buy this ring, you can just use it at its full potential and you don't have to pay for anything monthly. You can pay for an X membership, but it's really not necessary unless you want theft and loss coverage or basically a much better warranty. For actual usage, the Ultrahuman app is pretty comprehensive, fully featured, and really user-friendly. Even for users not totally familiar with wearables, Ultrahuman makes everything really easy to check in a single page, and I actually prefer this to Apple Health or Fitbit. I love how my step counts are front and center, and as soon as I wake up, I get my sleep index score giving me a summary of how well I slept. Workouts are really easy to get started. You just select what workout you're about to do, just press start, and it'll log your exercise and GPS data. The app also lets you log your meals and weight, and it's all tracked in this timeline and also this day-by-day calendar-like UI, which I'm a big fan of. And every week you get weekly insights to see how you've improved your health week over week. The really nice part is that if you're coming from another platform, you don't really have to start over. Ultrahuman connects with quite a lot of different health services, including Fitbit, Garmin, and Health Connect, so you can sync up your health data. There's also the social aspect where you can open a zone to compete with your friends. On top of all that, the Discover feed has all kinds of totally free video and audio content to help with your workout, mental health, and sleep. The video and audio are actually really high quality, and it's crazy how all of this is free. There's even live support performance coaches that are available to give you actual health and fitness guidance. I used this to ask what's the best way for me to lose weight, and a coach connected with me within like 20 minutes to start a conversation and give me some suggestions, which was definitely a nice to have. Really, my only complaint about the app is that it's not that fast. It is smooth, but the loading speed is sometimes slow, especially for the Discover feed. But this is something that can definitely be improved with app updates, so it's not a major complaint for me. Overall, I'm personally more than satisfied with the health and fitness tracking and services available here. For me, it does everything that a smartwatch did for me in a much more convenient form factor. Just as I hoped, the battery life on the Ultrahuman Ring Air has been awesome. I didn't get the full 6 days of usage that Ultrahuman promised, but I got a good 4.5 days of battery life of full usage. So that means I wore it the entire time for sleep tracking, step counting, exercise, and constant heart rate monitoring. The app notifies you when the battery life is low, and using the included charging dock, the Ring Air actually charges way faster than expected. It went from 10 to 100% in just 1 hour. Officially, it's supposed to get a full charge within 2 to 3 hours, so my unit is surprisingly charging much faster than that. So yeah, I'm very satisfied with the battery life on the Ring Air. Okay, so putting everything together, the Ultrahuman Ring Air is a great product, and I'm fully on board this smart ring train. It's fully featured with health and fitness tracking sensors, a really streamlined fully featured app, and great battery life. With all these things together, I think it's much more convenient than a smartwatch or smart band. It tracks everything I need to while being a low-key, not annoying wearable. The only potential holdup is a starting price of $349. This is definitely the early adopter price tag, and I definitely think the market price of smart rings will be much lower than this in the upcoming years. But if what I explained sounds like a perfect fit for you and you need a smart ring right now over any other wearable, I do recommend this Ultrahuman Ring Air. If you are interested in buying one, the affiliate link is down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Ring Air or smart rings in general. I would love to know what you guys think about this growing product category. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.